But people ain't gotta ask the question no more where I get hands from. Cause now you know, doing man work. A lot of people don't do man work. Sit around the crib doing hood stuff. You gonna do hood stuff. You gotta go lift weights and go to the track and stuff like that. You can't just do work. Hood dudes, when I let them do stuff like this, they can't do it. Cause they ain't used to it. This the BLONGshow. Let's get to it. So today I'm just gonna give you a few tips on some stuff. This is my tips and tricks. This is my tips and tricks message today. One thing is, if you're an inmate in prison, don't be a trick out here while you're an inmate in prison. It's dumb. If you're fortunate enough to have somebody holding your money for you while you're in prison, why would you tell them to go spend your money on somebody else? That's gonna make them start feeling like, screw you. And they gonna want to spend some of your money too. And then you'll wonder why you ain't got no money when you get out. Because you was tricking. And nobody respects the trick. Alright, where'd that come from? This dude, he got bread. He was a millionaire. He went to prison, got some heavy time. I was told that this dude bought this female a car while he was in prison. A high-end, expensive new car. For what? So she can drive it to another dude's house and do what they do. That was just stupid, period. But let alone, outside of that being that stupid, as I said, now what you expect the person that's holding your money to start thinking and feeling like and doing? They're gonna start spelling your chips, homeboy. That was a bad move. You know, and I don't know how nobody in prison, oh yes I do. Y'all think because y'all in prison, y'all gotta do things for people out here in order for people out here to respect you. People out here ain't in prison with you, homie. Outside don't function the same way prison function. You know, all you're doing is playing yourself 100% all the way around the block. You know, this ain't prison out here. This ain't never gonna be prison out here. You in prison, man. Act like it. Save that bread so you can do something when you get out. You know, that's just a dumb move, man. That's a custo move. You desperate. Don't be desperate, man. Say that so when you get out, you can do something. And another thing too, for you dudes that's out here doing things to make yourself end up going to prison, when you go to prison, quit begging people that's out here to do things for you. We don't think like you, man. We busy. We doing stuff. Real stuff. All them prison cookies and snacks and coffees and all that stuff, man, that junk is whack. You think you sweet because you got a big commissary talking about you got a store up in there? Come on, man, no survival tactics. That's what the lifers do. This dudes and y'all dudes up in there doing 10 years, 15 years, 5 years. What y'all need a stove for in there? And why you trying to have a big commissary? Just do what you do, man. You know, teach the dudes just because I do something with you don't mean I owe you. Don't mean I gotta eat with you. It's common courtesy to eat with them, but let them know you ain't got to. Y'all need to get some real rules in there, man, because them clown rules y'all got. You know, it's weird to me, man. All that bathroom stuff, let's go to the bathroom. Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. Following people, the gang thing. I mean, all this stuff just sounds kind of weird to me. It's just weird. Y'all gotta start thinking like men, man. Y'all thinking like kids. You should be on the up and up, thinking about what you're gonna do to come up, thinking about what you're gonna do to survive. teaching each other. You know, you're against the system at this point. Y'all should be sticking together. Y'all all against each other. And then there's always people that know each other. It's crazy, man. You know, and then all these people that continue to do things to set themselves up. This dude threw some flame accelerant on this lady and started on fire the other night. For what, man? Because she wouldn't talk to you? It's weird stuff people think is alright to do. You think it's cool. Get your game together. Put on some clean clothes or some decent clothes. And maybe a woman to talk to you. Dudes are trying to talk to females dressed like I'm dressed right now. Seriously, man? And you want her to talk to you? You really want her to talk to you, dressed like this? Who is she? She's a bum. If she talk to you dressed like this and she don't know you, and you got supreme credentials, you're a nice looking dude that got his stuff together, she a fool if she talk to you dressed like this. You know, her standard's too low. If she don't know you and know your record, her standard's too low. Because I'm not going to talk to no female dressed like this. That's dumb. I'm too old for that. This how people dress and talk to each other in high school. And they probably dress better than that. Because things can change these days. You know, I had my people wearing ties when they was in high school. They ain't wear them all the time or wear them to school all the time, but they knew how to put their clothes on when they get ready to go do something. They understood that this is not how you present yourself when you're trying to represent yourself. There's a lot of stuff for y'all to learn out there, man. And y'all think somebody against you, you're against yourself because you choose not to learn. You know, and just like I blame your parents too, because your parents don't want to teach you nothing. Everybody's scared when their kids say they don't want to do something. They're always going to say they don't want to do something. They're kids. It's up to you to instill values in them. Show them how to do things other than play basketball and football and run up and down the street. Show them how to do that. Show them how to do that. Not just take out the garbage. Build something to sit the wood on and then chop the wood. You don't even have to have a fireplace to do that. People bound wood every day. You can sit that wood right in front of your house and people will buy that wood from you. You know, get your game together, man. Everything is built upon something or come from something. And that's probably why we can go back to the prison, why those dudes don't have the correct values. Because they haven't learned the right way. Then there's other dudes. This dude already been to jail for putting his hands on the woman. So now he in these classes for anger management. Why does dude go to this girl's house and kick the door in? I think he probably was using the excuse that another woman was over there and maybe he didn't want his kids to see that. I don't know for a fact, but that's the assumption I'm getting out of looking at the story. And so this dude goes and kicks the door in. I mean, this dude is kicking and kicking and kicking, looking in the window and cussing and kicking. What you think your kids think when you doing this? So then he finally turns backwards and get the boot in the door with the back of his foot to where he finally got it bust open, went up in there. They said he grabbed the knife or whatever was running his mouth. Another girl came out the room, bust him in the head. Females ain't playing no more, homie. They got guns too. You know, and can you blame her? She said she feared for her life. I think I would have too if I was a female and somebody kicking my door like that. You going crazy. The police are already on the way, but they taking too long. So I gotta protect myself. You know, you can't let these maniacs or act like you being, uh, I don't even know what they call it, but good when you're dealing with a maniac. You know, we got to stop fronting, because as long as we fronting, these maniacs get over. And so what, they go to prison later, they already done hurt somebody in their family. So in my opinion, she did the right thing, and I guess in the judge and the police officer's opinion, she did too, because she didn't get charged with anything. So we got to stop being so nice to these maniacs. We got to start calling it for what it is. You know, we get into these situations when we let these maniacs get over on us. You know, I don't know the facts of the story about this girl, Gabby or whatever her last name is, and the dude, Brian Laundrie. I don't know the facts of the story, but I don't know if she's trying to pull a YouTube scam so she can get more views, or if him and her got into it again and he pushed her down in that canyon and she ended up falling down somewhere and he just left her in that canyon, because they said it's a pretty big canyon. I think it's supposed to be bigger than the Grand Canyon. Or if he might have sold her to somebody, because she was posting her stuff on YouTube, so you never know what type of weirdos been looking at it and maybe got in contact with him, and all of a sudden they doing a cross-country trip and they get into it about something. She know what it was about, but she didn't tell the officers. And so they say it's for some disorder that they have and their medication and all this stuff, but it didn't sound like they wasn't taking their medication to me. And so he comes back in her van. He goes back to the crib. She never comes back. So in my opinion, when I'm looking him up and I start watching, he was a weirdo to me. Because what type of man is a woman's sidekick on her blog? Like, he was fake. You all smiling and like you was chasing the fame, man. Either he was jealous of her or something. Something wasn't right. Men don't do what he was doing. Yeah, that's a little weird to me. I never even look back at life. And whatever Oprah husband name was that they was talking about, you didn't even see him up her butt like this dude was up Gabby's butt. This dude, Brian Laundrie. So it's all weird. It's all weird to me. So I just think he did some weird stuff. I think he was either jealous or they got into it and he did something dumb and they might not even find her. And then they say they was wondering if he had something to do with the waitress and the person she was with getting killed because they was there the day before. It's possible, because that's the thing that made me feel like that maybe he sold her, because these two people get shot up and then, you know, the police officer got this dude a hotel room. So the police officer got you a hotel room, let her go when they told you they was going to charge her, and then you riding in the car with him and he doing you a favor and taking you to the hotel. You back there asking, are you going to jail? So you felt guilty about something. You thought they knew more about you than what they knew. That's what happened. You thought they was on to your scam or whatever you got going on. It's crazy, man. You know, and the last topic I'm going to hit on is a moment can destroy your whole life. So don't live on the moment. You know, you can do something in the moment, and that moment can ruin your whole life. Live for what's next. Live for the future. Remember, I told you, this is just my tips and tricks. So I ain't really in the mood to give you no examples, but Don't live for the moment. Don't let people talk you on the stuff. Control your emotions. A moment can ruin everything for you. Okay, I'll give some examples. You know, you're in an intense moment with a female and you're a male. You don't have no condoms because you wasn't expecting to do nothing. Either don't do nothing or go get some condoms. You're in an intense moment with a female. Just all the way around the other way. She yelling, you yelling. She do something weird or smack you on the face or in your face talking and speaking in your face. Don't attack. Shut down and walk away. And don't come back. Make smart decisions, man. Make them for the future, not for the moment. It's the BLONGshow.